Hi guys, I'm planning to teach 100 plus unique security issues and 100 plus web hacks. The first 25 lessons are around 7 to 8 hours to understand the in-depth basics before we start learning security issues. You must learn from lesson 0, otherwise you will not be creative to find too many security issues. You don't even need to have any basic skills. It's my responsibility to teach to make you understand all the 100 plus unique security issues without any basic skills. Search in YouTube for Uday Datrak guys and subscribe. I will upload daily 2 videos. Within just 50 hours of learning, you will be eligible for cyber security jobs or web application penetration testing jobs. I'll also teach you how to write a documentation and all. So now let's talk about another issue called weak input validation. So you should not report this issue in bug bounties guys, because bug bounties are something like you need to prove a security issue. That means you have to develop a POC showcasing that how it will affect other users. But when you work as a cyber security consultant for any company or any banking application, you should report this weak input validation security issue. So let's try to check for the issue itself. The name itself says that, to check this issue, what we do is in the input form fields we will try to enter some special characters, and if it is accepted by the application, then we'll showcase to the client as it is there, the application is not protecting against these special characters. So let's say I go to a sign up page, and username should be like characters from A to Z, or else if it is any salutation there will be something like Mr. Dot or something. But here salutation is not required, but instead of this I'll try to, in the place of username, I'll try to submit all the special characters. Like if you see on your keyboard there will be numerics like 1 to 0 like in order, so I'll hold the shift and press them like shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, shift 4, shift 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these all are the special characters now, and additionally there are other special characters which are on the keyboard. You can see these. So I'll try to give in the place of username, or let's see if I give it in the place of username. And oh sorry, password do not match. Okay, now I'll try to copy this and put it in notepad aside, or else here itself, and this is the username. Let's say okay, now we'll try to log in and see whether, yeah, can you see? Now I logged in as that user. That means the username should be only, it should be like letters, characters from alphabets from A to Z. But it is also accepting. I'm making sure that I'm not using any like hi-fi cyber security terms, so that even if you are a beginner you can understand. So the username should accept the characters only from alphabets from A to Z. Okay, but here it is accepting these characters also. That means it's a security issue. Now what is the major security issue? Now let me try to show you another example of this. It is linked to many security issues like SQL injection or command injection, code injection, XML entity injection, XPath injection, server-side request forgery, stored cross-site scripting, reflected cross-site scripting, whatever it is. Like if So if all these kind of special characters are allowed within the application, then you have to raise this as a security issue. Some websites may not accept all the characters, so you need to see, like, let's say in the place of username I'm submitting these many these are let's say these are important things, like, let's say, yes, single quote, double quotes, not, let's say I try to submit, but some websites will check for these characters and they'll try to block the request. Then what you need to do, in the place of special characters you have to remove the whatever the alphabets are blocked by the application, and then you have to try. At least if you come across, like, out of all these things, if it is allows any few things like 4 to 5 things, then you have to report as a security issue, saying that the username should be only these characters but it is accepting, or else in the place of email address this application is not accepting email address. So you can also check for email address field. Do not enter, like, if the sign up page is asking for, let's say, first name, last name, email address, so you should not enter all these things, like, these complete characters in all the fields, like username, let's consider this as a first name, or else email address. You should not enter everywhere. Try in one request, you have to submit in username request. If it is accepted, then simply raise a security issue saying that yeah, it is accepting and then what are the screenshots you will take first. How do you take the screenshots? Like, I just ordered one new laptop. I'll be getting within just a week, guys. This was my touchscreen, very old laptop which I use it only to watch movies, but yeah. Now this is the weak input validation. It's a request, right? Weak input validation 1. This one is the first screenshot. You need to showcase 2 screenshots. First one is okay, this one is accepted, and the second one is, what was the username we have given? Oh no, I think, okay, it has some autocomplete enabled. No, how about this one? Right, we have seen earlier, right? I don't remember, like, you just have to log in and okay, let me show you once again. Quickly try to register with this. Consider I took the screenshot of this, and I now on the login page, once you logged in, yeah, you need to take another screenshot, showcase as weak input validation 2, saying that yes, saying that, like, I was able to log in with this, I was able to register with these characters in the place of username, and I was able to successfully log in. So in the next lessons I will be showing you the critical impact. However, I will show you an example now. Yes, let me show one example, like, what is the maximum impact of this, like stored cross-site scripting. You don't have to understand this issue now. If you don't understand this issue, that's okay, guys. The script alert document.cookie means, like your session ID, whenever you log in, you will receive a pop-up. Now, okay, now this is not working. Maybe the web application. Okay, I have put some filters in the backend. That's okay, guys. Let's say if there is a Facebook like application, and if it's vulnerable to cross-site scripting, and if it is allowing these characters, then you will log in as, you will try to register this as a username, and you will add friends. Whoever adds you and whoever visits your profile, right, their credentials, you can receive their credentials. I'll also show you in the next sessions. You don't have to understand all those in depth. First, the basic thing is that you just have to check this on all the pages. For example, if there is a search page, try to enter all these characters for the search and see, like, if the same keywords are written in the response without any encryption, then you have to raise as weak input validation. And what is the recommendation you're gonna give to the developers? Make sure that the input form fields are validated for the type, range, format, length. For example, if there is any field asking for the phone numbers, it should ask for only phone numbers, right? Phone number field. So in the place of phone number field, what you're going to enter? You will enter all these special characters, and if it is accepted by the application, then you have to raise an issue. Like in the place of, let's say, price of a product, if it is 50 rupees or something, like $50, then in the place of price, you need to enter all these special characters, and if it is accepted by the application, then raise an issue. In the place of email address, instead of email address like hello, email address should be always hello@gmail.com. Then how you gonna give? You give like some special characters like yes, and then at yahoo.com. If it is accepted by this application for the input field, then raise it as an issue. In the place of like username, try to give some these characters and that. So that's it, guys. Now you understood this issue. Like later you will be understanding like how many ways we will try to hack into an application if the application doesn't implement any input validations. That's it for today, guys. Today I was out. I just came and I wanted to make one video so that you guys are waiting for me. I can understand because I promised I'll be making at least one video today. So I hope you can understand. If you don't understand this, let me know, guys. I'll make one more time because I'm little tired. So I just wanted to make this as soon as possible. Yep. Thank you.